and I want to let you know something like your mouth is smelling.
Yeah.
I'm your girlfriend, so I know. How is it that I can position my mindset going to receive something as sensitive as that? Hello everyone, welcome to Talkshow Coaching Academy, the #1 academy that cares about your well-being
and helps you achieve your dream. My name is Wisdom Kenneth Onyebuchi, and with me is
Patrick Jessica. And today we'll be doing a very tantalizing topic, and I'll be your co-host. And to dissect that topic for us today is none other than Pastor Mrs. Rema. Now, what is the topic you must be asking?
It's communication in a relationship, and this is in respect to the skit that was uploaded.
Boys, we're calling you out here, and some girls. All right, guys, welcome, Pastor Rema.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'd like to know, what do you think is the place of communication in relationship from your own perspective?
The place of communication in relationship is very, very important. That's why you see a lot of people, they say communication is the key.
Yeah.
But for me, communication is not key. Effective communication is the key. Because there are non-verbal communication, there are a lot of ways people communicate negatively, but they are communicating. When I say things that are wrong to you, I'm communicating a negative vibe to you. So it's communication. What is effective communication? The moment where you can rightly say what you want to say, and I rightly understand you understand what I'm saying. That is when effective communication is achieved.
If you get to look at the skits that was uploaded, you get to realize that the lady actually acted in a particular way.
I want to start this way. People speak the way they perceive things. If you perceive me as a lazy person, when you want to talk to me, you will talk to me as a lazy person. Meanwhile, it may not really be that I'm lazy. It may mean that I just needed to channel my energy rightly. The guy we saw wasn't really lazy. He needed to channel that energy somewhere else that will be better. If you feel that I'm a gold digger, when you want to talk to me, you talk to me as a gold digger. When you see me as a troublemaker, when you want to talk to me, you talk to me as a troublemaker. So that is it. And then the person that you are talking to should also have a right mindset. If you don't have the right perspective, it will still affect you encoding what I'm trying to say.
So like in a relationship, how do you communicate what you don't like? Probably now, I don't like a particular thing in my boyfriend. Let's say, okay, he doesn't call me, but he might be a busy person or whatever. How do I communicate to him without sounding selfish, like I want to eat into his time, or I'm not saying his hard work?
Okay, now, like I said, there are keys to this thing. One other key is about using the right words, the right tone, and the right time. So because you have to choose your words. Try to choose your words before you address somebody. Don't go with words that are harsh or commanding or condescending. Because when you go with that, no matter the point you are trying to make, the person will not get it, will not take it. Now, another thing is that you can have the right words, but if it is not the right time, the person will not still get it. So you have to pick the right time when the atmosphere is conducive, when two of you are calm, when you have a positive vibe all around you. When this is done, then when you are talking, the person will understand, and then the right tone comes in. Now, if I tell you, are you done? It's different from then, are you done? Do you understand? The pitch you use. I'm still saying the same thing, but the way, the pitch, the tone I'm using is different, and you will understand different things. And remember, 70% of communication is non-verbal. So even the way I do my eyes and my body as I'm telling you, asking you, are you done, is communicating something to you. So you have to think about that when you want to communicate whatever is your grievances and all that. And that takes me to another key. Don't assume things. Most times you see us assuming things, and we are speaking from the place of assumption instead of we asking questions to be sure. You have to ask questions instead of assuming things. Just ask questions and be sure of what is really happening or what the situation. That is why you have to bring yourself to a place where you can get feedback without being triggered. Sometimes when people get feedback, they are triggered, they are angered, or they begin to misbehave. But get to yourself, train yourself emotionally, have that emotional intelligence that you can get a feedback without being triggered. Instead, it will help you to grow and be more productive and communicate better.
Okay. So I've gotten 3 things now. Watch how your tone, your mannerism of communication,
your words, your time, your tone, and then don't assume things. And then your perspective. You have to have the right perspective, the right mindset.
Okay, so you talked about feedback. What exactly do you mean by feedback, especially pertaining to relationships?
Now, what I mean by feedback is trying to know what the other person understand by what you are saying, whether it's a non-verbal a clue you are giving or you are talking. Try to know if the person really understands what you are trying to communicate. Like now, you asked me a question and I kept quiet. I'm communicating something. Silence is a communication. So now I kept quiet. Now you should be able to get a feedback.
So exactly know what
the silence means. Instead of assuming. So you have to get the feedback. Or even when you tell me something, you should ask me, do you understand what I said? What do you understand by what I've said? Mind you, sometimes when you ask me that question, the feedback you will get will be different. You will be surprised that what you were trying to communicate to me is very different from what I'm getting. And then this using unnecessary sarcasm is out of it. When I don't feel it's funny, it is not funny. When I say something and you don't feel it's funny, it's not funny. I shouldn't continue with that. I should be able to apologize and be very sure that I don't go back with it. If I tell you your head is big head, I hear everybody call people big head, but I call you big head and you didn't laugh, you tell me it's not funny, I don't like it. I should take it that way and apologize and don't repeat it again. So it's very important we look at that aspect.
If you're my boyfriend and I want to let you know something like your mouth is smelling, I'm your girlfriend, so I know you. How is it that I can position my mindset to be able to receive something as sensitive as that? Or you have body odor, like I'm just picking out things that are quite sensitive. It could be anything. So how is it that when we now get communicated to by our partners, how do we put ourselves in that frame of mind to accept what the person has said, not being triggered?
Now you don't do this after someone has finished talking. You get the right mindset before hearing. If I have the right mindset about myself, that I don't need your validation for me to feel good. Now if that is my mindset, now I would not feel bad when you tell me anything wrong about me. I will sit back and think, is this thing really okay? And most of the time you will see that what this person is telling you can be confirmed by other people. So because I already have this mindset that I am not ordinary, I'm okay, I am loved, I will be able to take anything.
Let's refer back to this it. Who do you think is right, Arnold or his girlfriend?
Two of them have their problems. Two of them have their problems. Let me talk about being honest and vulnerable. There are levels of honesty: historical honesty, when you talk about what has happened before, current honesty, what is happening now, emotional honesty, how you feel, and then future honesty. What's your plan? What are you really thinking about tomorrow? So honesty is very, very important. So if you are honest in communication, it will help a long way. You shouldn't be feeling one way and you are saying something else. Maybe I played with you, I said something and you don't really like it, and you pretend that you like it, that you're okay with it. Meanwhile, you don't like it. A time will come when you can't take it away, take it any longer from me. Yes. So it's better for you to be honest and then use the right word, right tone, right time to communicate that I don't like this. And then the issue of vulnerability is also very important. Relationships should get to the point that I'm vulnerable, you are vulnerable. I should be able to tell you something without feeling that I'll be judged by you. So it's very, very important. If I don't feel that way, I will not be able to tell you everything.
Sure.
Do you understand? I will not be able to tell you everything. You have phobia for getting a job or anything.
Yeah.
You should be able to be honest about it. Be vulnerable. Tell the person this is why this is, so that if there's any help you can get from the person, you get the help.
Okay. What do you think about the guy's character in particular? What you're thinking at?
Stonewalling, silence, withdrawal is not the best.
Okay, can you share more light on that?
When you keep things to yourself and you don't talk to your partner, you are giving them room to assume a lot of things. And you are telling them you are not interested in their feelings, because they have a lot of feelings about whatever that you are doing, and you are keeping quiet about it. So you are a kind of emotionally unintelligent for me. So it's not the best. You should communicate whatever that is going on with you, and you should be able to go after the person until the person understands. Sometimes we say, if you want to understand. If you don't want to. When it comes to your partner, it's your responsibility to make him or her to understand the point you are making. Just look for a way to make the person understand your point. The guy has this problem of, I think he's not really listening. Because from what we saw, the girl has said that thing over and over, not just at that moment. So I think one of the things that will help communication is listen more.
Okay.
Now, when I talk about listening is not just sitting down there. Sometimes we play with our phone. You understand?
Yeah.
That's not listening. When you are really listening, you are trying to get the intent of what the person is saying. Why is this person saying what he's saying? You are putting effort to understand where it is coming from and what this person is expected of you. Then you practice empathy. Try to put yourself in that person's shoe. See, just try to see it the way the person is seeing it first. The person may be wrong, but try to put yourself in that person's shoes. When you are talking, I'm just waiting for you to be done so that I'll say what I want to say.
That's right.
I'm not really listening to understand what you are saying, and I'm not putting myself in your shoe. That's why I say practice empathy. Because if I listen actually to understand your point of view, and then to empathize with you, whatever you are complaining about or whatever, I will come up with a better answer for you. There are sometimes people have valid feelings, but the way they are expressing it may not be okay. But that, if you are wise and you are emotionally intelligent, you'll be able to sift out the bad vibe and be able to get the main thing that the person is trying to say, because you are practicing empathy. You can't be listening to me, and we're not having eye contact. You can't be on your phone and we are talking, or you can't be telling me you are sorry and you are looking elsewhere. You should communicate with your body, and that's why I talked about non-verbal communication. So when you are nodding your head, when you are talking, I'm nodding my head, or I'm saying something like okay, it shows you that I'm actually listening to you. So that aspect should be there. Then we should stop being defensive and take responsibility of our own faults. Because when I communicate or you communicate to me and I'm just being defensive, sometimes I'll say, like what he said it was because he has not gotten chance, that's why the house was scattered. It's just being defensive. The truth is, you have all the time to do this, but you don't see it as important.
On that thing, off the good question, not in line exactly. How do you become vulnerable to a partner who you've been vulnerable once with, but didn't exactly give you the response you expected?
At that point, there will be a problem. There will be a problem because naturally you withdraw. There will be a withdrawal because you've been vulnerable before and it was not really taken well. Maybe you were judged or anything, or you were even punished. Punished in the sense that the person may not beat you, but the actions,
not talk to you.
Yes, it's beating you. So because of it, you withdraw. Now, it's important for us to understand that if you want a relationship to work, the two must be on their toes, working. If one partner is working, that relationship is bound to have a problem. Now, if you want a relationship to work, the two of you must be involved. The two of you must be serious about making it work. Because, for instance, if we have an account and I'm the one, only the one depositing and depositing and depositing, at a point I will not have what to deposit again. So, but if you are depositing and depositing, we can have what to withdraw.
The person putting in the effort might get tired.
And
the relationship
exactly. Go for somebody that is ready to stick and work and fight and win for the relationship, not win for him or herself. That is why even in argument, you should not argue to win for yourself. You should argue that you people win. If you actually love somebody, especially men, sometimes they say he's busy. No matter how busy a guy is and he really loves a girl, he will make out time.
Yes, sure.
He will make out time. And technology now has made it even easier. You must not go to the person's house or whatever. You can text, you can call, a lot of things. So you must make out time. You can't stay 2 days, 3 days. You have not called somebody that is your partner and you say it is okay that you are very busy. It means that you are not really interested.
Thank you, Pastor Rema. Additional Rema so far. And I think for real, I've learned a lot from this. Because I personally have a thing for sarcasm in relationship, but as we all know now that unnecessary sarcasm should not be done. Be able to be vulnerable with your partner. And partners, when your partner is vulnerable with you, try to take it in well. And don't use it to punish the person. Also, one thing you must take home today is if you're going to communicate, have the right tone, the right time, and the right word. And do not assume things. And I think that this doesn't apply to relationship. It applies to every sphere, every place where you find yourself. So this is Telka, guys, the #1 coaching academy that cares about your well-being. And if you've not watched this, if you have not watched it, go back. So the link is in the description below. So do well to check it out and place your comment. Tell us, what do you think? Who do you support? Although Pastor Rema told us what they did wrong. What do you think? We would love to hear it. And don't forget to share to your friends. Let's spread the word, like, and subscribe. God bless you.